YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I will be doing the first new legendary bounty on 5-star difficulty, and I will be showing you guys how to get this guy the best way possible, at least in my opinion. Now, if you're unfamiliar with these, I did these videos a lot for past legendary bounties. When I would get up to 5 stars, I would do a guide on the best way to get them. So I hope this helps you out. So let's read this. Wanted. Reward for the captured dead or alive Gene Beau Finley. Chief among a credulous posse of mercenaries sought for orchestrating bank robberies across the South. This garish upstart is often seen spotting an extravagant tailored suit. He and his heavily armed band are said to occupy a dilapidated colonial property in Bayou, NWA. With them are captives, including some predatory species. Okay, so let's do this.
Gene Beau Finley. Damn, I'm starting to wish I kept this fool for myself. Rich dandy who read one too many dime novels, out there trying to play outlaws with the big boys. Loves himself just as much as his daddy clearly didn't. Spent his inheritance rounding up the best gunmen money can buy, but they don't give a damn about Beau. Their only job is to make him look good, get his name in the newspapers. He and some of his fancy rifle club friends have taken over the old mansion at Shady Belle. Lots of guards, lots of weapons. Nothing but the best for young Beau. So why don't you head over there and dirty up his suit a little?
Okay, so now let me show you guys the strategy that I use to get Beau. So what I do is I immediately run to the left side of the front entrance. And remember, on 5-star difficulty, they're not going to appear on your radar, but they are very much there. Now you're going to see this guy riding on his horseback here. If you have a bow and arrow and you go for the headshot, you can kill that guy quickly before he gets to the rest of the group, and it will be silently. The rest of them won't hear it. After you get rid of that guy in the horse, get rid of this guy in the front here. So that's 2 enemies quietly taken down. Remember, go for headshots and do not miss. If you miss, you will get detected. Get rid of this guy here next. That's 3 guys dead quietly. Now go for this guy here. That's 4 guys quietly. So now we've taken out 4 guys that we're not going to have to deal with. Now this guy in that small little, outdoor house, I don't know what to call it. There's one guy there by himself, but if you kill that guy even quietly for some reason, they all know you're there. So what I like to do is I take out those 4 enemies quietly with the bow and arrow. There's 4 less for me to deal with. And now what I do is I cross the water, I go over here, and at first I was trying to figure out a position that I could hide behind. I was originally thinking this tree stump here, but I was thinking that's way too close. So I decided on hiding on this tree here. And basically what I do is I use the Carcano rifle with express rounds. I put on a gold tonic there, so a tonic that fortifies my my health core with gold borders. That way I have more health just in case. And now what I start doing is I basically just start picking them off. Now, why did I go all the way over here? The reason I went all the way over here is because for some reason, the enemies will not cross the water. So they won't cross the water to attack you. If you start fighting them right there, you'll be too close to them, and they do a lot of damage, and they take much more damage than normally. And on top of that, they will move up on you. So they will rush you like really quickly. Here, they don't really rush you. They just occasionally pop out of cover and shoot at you. And that's just pretty much it. They can get shots at you, but they can't really, kill you quickly here. Here, it's very easy to take cover once you get shot. Very easy to kill them. And I did this entire mission with free aim. So I didn't use any auto aim in this mission whatsoever. Only form of auto aim I kind of used was a Deadeye in the beginning. But other than that, this mission was done completely in free aim. So, take out those 4 guys quietly, and then what you do is you just pick these guys off, and be patient with it, because a lot of these guys, they hide behind cover, so, they will occasionally be popping out. Some of these guys you're going to have to shoot a few times. Headshots, obviously, you'll kill them in one shot. There is some explosive, barrels around the side of the building. Just be careful not to take cover behind them, and you can blow some of them up and kill these guys quickly. There's also a bunch of the guys at the back of the house. And I'm going to fast forward through here for the rest of me just killing these guys just so you guys don't have to watch it, but you guys get the idea. So just keep sniping them, and once you think you've killed enough of them, try to move up and just see how many times you get shot at. If you think it's too much, get back to your position and just pick off the rest of the guys and then just move up. Now at this point, I've moved up, and there is a captured NPC. And that NPC, you might not think that he's important, but he does actually help you greatly on 5-star difficulty. If you go to the NPC, try to clear out the area near him and free him. Once you free the NPC, he'll give you 2 valuable pieces of intel. He'll tell you exactly where Beau is in the house, because Beau is always in the house on the 2nd floor, but he'll tell you his exact position. So Beau will now be marked on your radar, and on top of that, he'll also tell you where the detonator is. Now, the detonator appears to spawn in random locations each time you do this mission, and basically what the detonator does is it blows up a ton of explosive crates that are right around the side of the house. Most of the time, you won't get a kill with them, but, it's worth giving a try, because you can kill a few enemies around the side of the house. So I freed the NPC, he told me where Beau is, used the detonator, didn't kill anybody, unfortunately. At this point, I ran around the front of the house. There wasn't really any enemies here. I didn't really want to check the back in case I got shot by any enemies, so I decided to go in through the front door. And I think the front door is the best door to go into because you have the most amount of room, to look through the other rooms, because there's going to be enemies on the 1st and on the 2nd floor. I recommend using a shotgun, specifically the semi-auto shotgun, because you can shoot it pretty rapidly, and it's great for close quarters. So as you see here, I cleared out these guys, got rid of them. Now, as you move up the staircase, make sure you be very careful. Be very, very careful, because sometimes they'll run right in front of the staircase. Sometimes they'll just stay in their rooms. The enemy movement on this mission is really random. And on top of that, sometimes Beau himself will just randomly run out of the house. But he doesn't do this until you kill a decent amount of enemies. So I don't know what triggers it exactly. Maybe you have to kill every single enemy outside, or, something else might trigger it. But I've had it occasionally where he runs out of the house. Other times I had it where he sits in the house. So make sure you just keep an eye out for that. You can tell when he's running out of the house because you will hear the NPC say, "Beau, where are you going?" So if he tries to run out of the house, just quickly try to capture him. But in this case right here, he didn't run out of the house. He was still inside, so I had to clear out each room individually. Be very careful because like this here, enemies will sometimes rush your position, and watch out because there are some explosive crates up here. Now, I shot these explosive crates before I went near these rooms, just in case the enemies would shoot them and I would blow up. I didn't want to risk it. So after I killed all of the enemies, all I had left was Beau. Beau himself doesn't fight you. Now what I recommend doing is, after you capture Beau, go on the front balcony. Just make sure that there's no enemies when you go on the front balcony. Go on the front balcony, you stand out there for a few seconds, make sure that nobody shoots at you. If somebody shoots at you, get rid of them first before you take Beau downstairs. Now, once you take Beau downstairs, have your horse ready at the front door. So make sure your horse is right there ready at the front door like I have right here. My horse is ready at the door, and I just put him on the back of my horse. Now, this next part is also really important, because on this next part, you can mess this up. Because when you start taking Beau to the sheriff's jail, a lot of his guys are going to spawn, and they are going to go after you. What I recommend doing is don't take him to Rhodes. The game will tell you to take him to Rhodes. Instead, go to the right side of Shady Belle. When you go to the right side of Shady Belle, there will be train tracks. Follow the train tracks, and follow that all the way to Saint Denis. Now, the enemies, some of them might be able to follow you, but I have found that the enemies, they struggle to follow you across the train tracks. They have a really hard time with it. So just run across the train tracks, and you should not have to deal with any extra enemies. I ran across the train tracks. They didn't follow me here, and once I got into the city, I was safe. I just went like 2-3 blocks. I was at the police station, turned him in, and that's it. And I think I got like $155 for this mission. I don't know if that's the final payout for the 5-star ones, but I also waited until it was daytime. So when I originally started out this mission, it was actually nighttime for me, and I waited until it was daytime. I don't recommend doing this mission in the nighttime for obvious reasons, because your visibility is clouded. At daytime, it's much better to do, in my opinion. And on top of that, one extra thing, Beau has a cougar that's actually inside a cage. Now you can shoot the lock, and the cougar will distract the enemies for a little bit, but it doesn't do that much of a distraction as you think it would. So just keep that in mind also. But other than that, that's all the tips that I have for this bounty. I hope that this has helped you guys out. If you guys have any questions about this bounty, anything else that you want to know, let me know down below. I'll try to help you to the best of my ability. And if you enjoyed the video, drop a like. And if you're new to my channel and you want to subscribe, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.